Leo, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late January 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you beautiful people out there. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's going on for my lovely Leos. I hope you're all doing fantastic. The deck is jumping. It wants to talk to you. Let's shuffle it up one time, my guides. What do we got for the lovely Leos here? Late January. And yes, we're just going to look at this first card real quick, then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get this card out here for you. Let's get underway. What's up with Leo, please? Okay, thank you. So we do have this little bit of a burdensome energy here with this Ten of Wands vibe, which of course doesn't ruin the reading, but this could be somebody that has a lot of weight on their shoulders for whatever reason. There's a lot of little sub notes here. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the January subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, I'd greatly appreciate it. But into the reading, enough of the promo. Have a little look here at this imagery. Yes, I always say this card is very similar to the Ten of Wands to me. You see this individual, they have another person literally on their back. So we think of the heaviness. I always say this could be a little warning about getting proper rest, relaxation, self-love, self-care, mind, body, and soul, because this energy could affect all of those or one of them. I always say watch out for issues with the neck, back, and spine. You might have a little more tense energy in that area when this card shows up this week. So you might need a massage or two when this card pops up. But it is a bit heavy, right? So this is someone who might have the weight of the world on their shoulders. You might just be dealing with something heavy as well. But make sure you're taking care of the physical vessel when this card shows up. Let's get into tarot now. And I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote. But let's get you 3 in the upright before we get the intuitive juiciness flowing. Still using the Smith Tiny Tarot, the most adorable deck in all the land. Let's shuffle it up. What do we got for Leo here? So, last week's reading, it was titled An Emotional Mess. So there might have been someone you're connected to that was like going off the walls. Maybe your emotions were up and down last week. The week before that, there was some good possibilities, good energies, and it seems like we've been going that way, where it goes from rough to good, that cyclical nature of life. So let's see what we have for you this week. Let's stay optimistic regardless. Let's get you 3. And I always say, only take this how it hits for you. Nothing's ever set in stone energetically, right? We could be looking at your energy or somebody else's. Lots of Leos out there. So let's get these 3 cards out. Nice and quick. What do we got for Leo, please? Late January. Okay, so this could be a big card of options, dreamy sleep states. We have the 7 of Cups here leading us off, which could be good. This could be something that could go a lot of different ways. So whatever it is you're dealing with, there could be a lot of possible outcomes on the horizon. Let's get 2 more. Thank you. Okay, 5 of Swords, interesting. Let's get 1 more out here. I really don't want to go too far into that, but that can be a bit of a rough card. Let's see if we get like that coin flip type of energy here. A lot of mental energy this week. Okay, so we do have the 4 of Swords right here on the back end, and once again I'm seeing like your rest, recuperation, recharging the batteries are super important. But yeah, there is something that could go one of 2 ways or multiple different ways. You have a bonus this week as well. We have the 5 of Cups, so there could be somebody going through the river of tears. So let's go through. I'll give you the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get that juicy intuitive stuff. Not a terrible energy at first glance. We have a lot of mental energy here with the 7 of Cups and the 5 of Swords, 4 of Swords, lots of mental action here, lots of thinking. So if that's not you, it could be someone you're linked to. Heavy mentally charged energy. But the 7 of Cups is a good energy. It is a card of possibilities opening up for you, different routes, different paths, a lot of things happening. It is one of my cards of daydreaming, so the mind might be wandering a little more than usual. You might have someone on your mind, someone might be on yours with this card. So I always say make sure you're not getting lost in the thought realm when this card shows up. But this could be a lot of options on your plate, something that could go a lot of different ways for you. And I'm seeing that as the energy evolves throughout the spread already when we're looking at this little forecast. Because the upcoming cards, both of the Swords suit, which is communication and the mind, One is a bit harsher, one is more relaxed. Now, moving to the Five of Swords, here's that harsh energy, right? Generally, this is a card that could be seen as a card of conflict, right? People butting heads. This could represent an individual in your life that could be a little narcissistic, someone who's very cold. They're going to do what they have to do to get that win regardless of who and what they have to step on. So when I see this, it's someone that could be a little uncaring, okay? Depending on what shows up underneath it. The positive of this card, it could be showing determination within you, but this is a big card of conflict usually. So whether it's mental conflict, mental back and forths, or just literal conflict that we might have to watch out for. Now we have the complete opposite as we move to the last card of the spread, the Four of Swords. This is something that is at a full stop. So for a portion of you, something could turn out where a conflict could ramp up, or it could completely die off when we're looking at this as a whole. Or something could just be calming down. You might be putting your foot down or stopping something as well. We'll see when we clarify it. But the Four of Swords is a card of sleep, rest, meditation. This is a very spiritual card as well. I always say some people could be having sleep issues, sleep problems when this card shows up, especially with all this mental action, mental energy. And it is the cure for this Ten of Wands energy we had up front. But yeah, there might be something you're literally putting to a stop or a halt, or you need to heal from something big with the Four of Swords. It's a healing card. Now, move into your bonus, and we'll get into it all further as we move along. We have the Five of Cups, River of Tears, usually depicting a person who is sobbing, crying, upset. So this could be something very minor. Maybe you're watching a movie and it just hits you on that emotional nerve. For a portion of you, this could be something really difficult, depending on how things shake out. Because like I said, I'm seeing various different outcomes that are possible, right? You might have certain things that are a little up in the air. But with all that being said, let's dive deeper, Leo. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, so let's get a good shuffle here for the Leos, my guides. What do we got for my friends this week, late January? And yes, this is where I go intuitive, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's see what's up with that Seven of Cups. And as always, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why this box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Leo, you could drop it down in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Seven of Cups here. Why is that Seven of Cups here? Please. Let's see what these options could be about. Thank you. Ten of Swords. Yeah, this is somebody trying to like avoid disaster. Okay? Or this could be Spirit asking you to have a really long think about something. Okay, so we have the Ten of Swords. I feel like this is like 2 or 3 different messages here. Only take it how it hits. And like I said, this could be someone else. But this could be somebody who is still thinking about a rough and tough ending. Something that may have ended suddenly. But I do get that avoidance energy. Like, listen, I really need to sit and think about this. Give this a serious, stern think and thought process. Because I want to avoid disaster, whatever the cost. All right, so there might be someone connected to you that was like, all right, this should be avoidable. Can I avoid this conflict or this disaster? And I hate to use such strong words, but that's just how this is feeling to me. Okay, someone trying to avoid this Ten of Swords at all cost. And it could just be sticking around with somebody as well. So I'm going to try to keep this simplified. I don't want to pile on too many, too many messages because that waters it down. But the Seven of Cups with the Ten of Swords, they're either thinking about an ending or a tough situation, a painful one that's still on their mind, heavily thinking. Or this is someone trying to avoid disaster, or Spirit might be asking you to like hold your horses or stop something, slow something down so you can avoid this Ten of Swords, okay? And especially with how this energy was going, there might be something Spirit wants you to put a halt to as well. Let's see how it plays out. Let's move over to the Five of Swords. Tons of mental energy here because even though the Ten of Swords is a rougher type of card of endings, lots of this airy energy, okay? The air element is heavy here. Even with the Seven of Cups, even though that's an emotional card, it's mental. So let's see what's up with that Five of Swords. Thank you. Empress, beautiful. For some of you, this could be someone that really displays those goddess or Venus types of energies. Okay, this could be complete total dedication to reach whatever your goal is. And of course, you might be dealing with a Taurus or a Libra. That's why I said that Venus connection. But the Empress is the goddess type of energy. Some of you might just be in the mind state where you're like, you know what? I've tried too many times to watch out for everybody else's happiness. I'm going to watch out for my own. Okay? Or this is someone you're connected to that's thinking that. Hopefully this isn't a narcissistic, self-centered individual. This is an energy you have to watch out for. But it's not always a bad thing to look out for your own self-interest. If you're the type of individual where in the past you're always worried about everyone else, making sure everyone else is okay, making sure everyone else is taken care of, you might need to start watching out for your own blessings and good things coming in, because this could be a blessing coming in at the end of a hard-fought road as well. So not all is lost in this spread, but there is still a little warning here about self-centered, ego, like narcissistic individuals. Let's see what's up with that Four of Swords. And for some of you, it could be as simple as just having issues with, like I said, a Taurus, Libra, mother figure with this Empress. Let's go in on the Four of Swords, then we'll do a quick recap. Lots of stuff going on here, and I feel like I'm walking through a minefield, if that makes sense. But let's go in on that Four of Swords, this healing energy. Why is the Four of Swords here? Hey, I mean, it is what it is, right? Thank you. Ten of Cups in reverse. This is somebody, yeah, the avoidance is still showing up. Double tens in this spread. Tens usually represent the close or an end of a cycle. This is somebody who absolutely felt like something ended in a way that it wasn't supposed to. Okay, and that makes sense with what we have here in the beginning. Ten of Cups in reverse. This is somebody who's like really withdrawing, pulling back, like, listen, I need to get a grip of these feelings, of these emotions, kind of with like what we were seeing last week as well. If you've been going through an emotionally charged time, you might want to watch last weekend's reading as well. But the Ten of Cups, usually a happy card of family, wish fulfillment in reverse. This is somebody who is really not too happy. They're a little bit bitter, or something just ended in a way that they didn't want it to or didn't predict it to end. Okay, two of the main messages here do represent the closes of a cycle or an ending that needs to be watched out for. Okay, because I'm getting one that could possibly be coming, one that's already happened. So I mean, this could easily be somebody trying to avoid disaster once again. So it could be two people in the same modes. Okay, with the Four of Swords, Ten of Cups in reverse, somebody trying to like really calm themselves down emotionally. But let's go through and do a quick recap, because once again, I don't want to overconflate the messages. If you look in the box, position number one, actually throughout the whole reading, there's a ton of thought energy here. So Seven of Cups with the Ten of Swords in the upright. Either somebody thinking about an ending, a rough and tough one, or some pain, it's still lingering in their mind. I'm also getting the vibe of somebody trying to avoid a disaster, avoid drama, avoid a worst case scenario. But this could absolutely be spirit asking you, like, listen, before you make your next move, before you do something next, really think it through, because this could be a warning here on the front end. In the center, we have the Five of Swords with the Empress. Could be issues with a Taurus or Libra mother figure. But I was also saying that if there have been times in the past where you're always giving of yourself to everyone else, very selfless energy, Spirit might be asking you to watch out for your own well-being here. If not, big warning about individuals that could be narcissistic or very self-centered. Moving to the very back end, we have the Four of Swords, Ten of Cups in reverse, and I'm picking up shadows of what we had here in the front. Okay, like trying to avoid a rough and tough ending, trying to avoid disaster, or somebody just trying to gather themselves. But it's like these two energies here on the ends are mirroring each other. Okay, but it's there, whether it's an ending that's happened or is coming in. Just watch out for these. Please take a screenshot. I'm going to see what's in the shadows for you real quick. So let's shuffle it one time here. I mean, not every ending is a bad thing too. That's something to keep in mind, right? I know, like, we get that negative connotation in our heads, but not every ending is a bad ending. Let's get you one shadow card. Let's see, it's in the shadows for Leo, please. I'm still using the Shadowland Tarot for this portion. Oh, that card popped out super quick. Okay, here it is, the Tower. So that kind of fits in with the theme, the name of the game that we've been seeing within this spread. The Tower could be disastrous or shocking, unexpected. It's that ending energy that we've been seeing lingering throughout the spread. And I don't say that to try to make you nervous. This could easily be something that's already happened, But avoiding these towers is very important. Like trying to have a little foresight, look into the future. Now, for a portion of you, this tower could represent a huge shakeup that is still with you. Whether it's been a couple days, couple weeks, couple months, couple years, there could be a big shakeup tower moment that still hasn't left you. There's still shadows involved that you might need to shine some light on. But you know what this card's about if you watch tarot. So just keep your head on a swivel in this time, specifically with all the 10 energy we've been seeing of closings. But yeah, Leo, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give the details of the January subscriber surprise. For the January subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful, adorable Smith Tiny Tarot. This is the deck I used in this week's readings. So if you'd like to get your hands on this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments which one of the cards from this week's readings you thought was most adorable. Which one do you like the best? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, I'll announce the winners in my community tab at random. As always, my friends, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.